Sports Rewind, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Joined tonight with Davo and BJ. Fellas, it's been a few weeks since we've done a podcast together. I might start with you down the bottom there, Davo. How you been, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. It's same old for us. It's like you blokes, we're chasing our kids everywhere. We don't get any time for ourselves, but chasing the kids and what they're up to and enjoying life. So it's same old, really.
Same old for you. Randall, I know you've been up the Goldie with the kids' baseball. We're going to get to that a little bit later. What else has been happening other than that, mate?
No, mate, nothing. Just pretty much training for that, and it's our regular season. Now
Yep.
Just catching up on sleep.
Catching up on a bit of sleep. Mate, I thought it was a kids' event, so you would have had heaps of sleep, wouldn't you?
Mate.
Coaches' meetings, I'm sure.
There were plenty of coaches' meetings. That you're correct there, Davo. But yeah, no, it was more a bunch of 12-year-old boys that also didn't like to sleep. That you had to sort of make sure you were keeping in line, or being away from mum and dad for a full week and long days made a few of them a little bit emotional. So
fair enough.
Bit draining on the coaches as well, but mate, well worth it, as we'll talk about later.
Yeah, spoiler alert, they did win. Congratulations, mate. Massive week.
And what about you, mate? What have you been up to?
Mate, kids chasing the kids around with their sport. They've had a few comps and a few more coming up over the next couple of weeks. I've got kids are having a sleepover tonight, so they got some friends over, which you can probably hear in the background. I'm not sure. And other than that, mate, been flying the drone a bit around Lake Macquarie and the beaches, having a bit of fun with that, trying me different angles and learning a bit about that. But that'll be coming to a baseball ground near you very shortly, I think. Nice little one that can zoom in and out of different things. I can't wait to get that up at the Aussie Classic up there on the Gold Coast in October. Isn't it, Randall?
Yeah, mate, October.
Yeah.
Just leading up into the October long weekend.
Yeah. Other than that, mate, watching plenty of baseball, motorsport, and, trying to keep myself involved in all the different sports. Had the first grade live stream on the weekend where the Mighty Tigers got up 5-2 in first grade over pretty red hot Boomerangs team, actually. Like they were leading the comp. I don't know if they still are now, but yeah, good weekend of sport. But mate, tonight we've got MLB Draft, the Home Run Derby. Let's go through some MLB standings. Cricket overnight was absolutely fantastic if you're an Aussie supporter. Bit of NASCAR. We'll talk Randall's baseball trip and bit of NRL. Let's kick it off with a bit of baseball, I reckon. The MLB Draft, fellas. Did you cop any of that?
Yeah, I watched the first round.
Yeah.
I know we're all a bit shocked with the first round. Eli Willits. Not many people seen that one coming.
No, obviously the big name was
top four.
No, big name was Holiday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Everyone thought that was coming out straight away, and we thought, well, I thought too. But what he ended up going number 4 to the Rockies. There were a fair few, I guess, picked straight out of high school, which was a little bit different than what I thought as well in that top 10.
Probably thought going with the high school kids, it's going to be a less of a signing bonus to leave them money further on, because I did read somewhere where the Nats thinking was, okay, let's get the high school shortstop who won't cost us a bomb like the college players and leave us more money for picks down the order.
Well, that's fair. I mean, if I've got the number 1 overall pick, though, I want to have the number
The
one.
best.
The number
You
one
want a
person.
franchise player.
That's right. In the league. Like Bazana last
Yeah.
year. I mean, you want to have the best of the best. So, but
We'll see how it plays
some of the
out.
names there. Tyler Bremner to the Angels, Kate Anderson to the Mariners, Ethan Holiday to the Rockies, Liam Doyle from Tennessee went to the Cardinals, Corona went to the Pirates, and then the list goes on. Mate, some of our Aussies up there on day 2. Who did we have first? I think we had no, that was the second pick. But Kalen Hampson drafted by your Orioles, Randall.
Yeah.
Round 8, pick 244. Have you seen much of him?
No, mate. No, I haven't actually. I didn't know anything about him until I saw that pick. So
Yeah.
looks like not a bad little pick, but it's a low order pick.
Yeah.
Hope for something.
I hope he does well. Good luck to him. I mean, like with all of them, it's going to be a battle to get in the show, and wish him all the luck. And another one here, New South Wales boy, Brett Eardale from went to round 7 to the Pirates. So that's a cool one to see the local guys getting through into their round 7 pick 203.
Yeah, not wrong. Mate,
you would have seen a little bit of this guy coming through, fellas, bit, posted here there, Baseball New South Wales and that previously. I don't know if there were any other Aussies picked later than that. That was the sort of last I seen. I don't know if you blokes caught any more Aussies, but that was it for me.
That's all I saw, mate. I tell you, I was a little surprised. You look at the last few years, there's been a lot of position players getting picked in the top part of first round or by those early picks, but 4 of the first 6 picks were all pitchers. Do you find that a little bit of a change, or is it just maybe that's just the best of the draft class?
Do we think that's what those franchises need? Like, who do we have first? We had the Nats, the Angels, the Rockies, Pittsburgh Pirates. Maybe.
So the Pirates, they took a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
Cardinals, they took a left-handed pitcher.
Yep.
And what else you have? You had the Mariners took a left-handed pitcher.
Yep.
And the Angels took a right-handed pitcher.
Yep.
So your number 1 and number 4 were a third baseman and a shortstop, and then it was pitching heavy.
I think the whole draft was pitching heavy. So maybe it was one of those years where the hitters weren't, the top hitters weren't really there.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, got no idea. No idea. Nice medal, BJ. Yes, congrats to you too, Ninja.
Hope you got yours on, big guy.
Nelly on fire on the weekend, mate. 5-2. You blokes played well. Yes, I don't know. Pitcher heavy. Hopefully we see, a few more mixed years and a few of the Aussies coming through. I don't know how many Aussie pitchers there are coming through, but there were a few names that I didn't see, and I don't know what happened. Like, was the young Nadai coming through this year? Was he due to be out? I haven't seen any stuff on him. I don't know. It doesn't end here, obviously. They still have a chance to play professional ball after the draft. It's not the be-all, end-all to be in the major leagues or to play professional baseball. So it is just a great stepping stone. Home run derby, boys. Sorry, go on, Davo.
Finish off with the pitchers. Maybe they're looking at more pitchers now because they are closer to being ready for big leagues. You look, Skeens was last year's draft coming through the college system. they're becoming more polished. So they're not going to need as much time in the minors. So maybe these clubs thought, we need arms and need arms right now. Maybe that could be another reason why they've gone those top picks for pitchers, that they're closer to being ready for majors.
Yeah. Bit of, I agree, mate. Like, you look at the Brewers, what's his name? Mikowski? Is that his name? Whatever it is, something skinny.
Something like that.
He's just absolutely dealt since he's been up. He's trained unreal. The 4 games that I've watched him play, he's gone deep into the game. I think the first game he cramped up in the 7th or something like that. He went, I think, 12 or 13 innings with no runs or no hits, I believe. So
no hits for a couple of starts.
I think you're right, mate. I think they are coming through and getting up there a lot quicker. You look at someone like Bazana. I know he's injured at the moment, but being the positional player, it is going to take a little bit of time to get through. You look at the Orioles with Holiday, Randall, like he got through really quick. What was it, 18 months? And he was
18 months.
And probably too early. And he went back down, come back up, didn't he?
Yep.
So,
and then he was what, a contender for an all-star spot this year at second base in his second season. So
no, I agree with that, Davo. Home run derby, boys. This was on today, and I enjoyed the majority of it, except for the first round. We were talking about this off air. First round where they had a pitch limit and a time limit. What do we can't have someone like Big Seth Fielder in there on a time limit, or baseball is more athletes these days, or what? What's going on there?
Personally, I think the time limit came in, I guess, to speed it up a little bit and actually get blokes gassed a little bit more. Like even today, like when they got to that last 3 outs or whatever, where your final round, your bonus round, where you get 3 outs, you watch how long it took, and guys were just sitting there taking pitches. Like I guess that time limit makes them speed up, and they have to try and hit more. But then also having a number of pitches, like a pitch limit, same thing. You can't miss, but then if your pitcher's not throwing good pitches for you to hit, makes it hard. So I think I enjoyed the last few years where they just had a time limit and that's it, and they just had to wait until whatever before they could throw the next pitch. But I don't like the time limit and the pitch count. I just didn't like it. Then we got into the last 3 outs.
It's going to add to guys not wanting to go in it, because if you look at home run derbies over the years, guys have been able to take their time, keep their swing normal. Where now, when you're on a pitch limit and a time limit, you're rushing your swing, you get yourself out of form, and I think guys could be worried that by doing that, it's going to carry into the second half of the season, where previously they could just take their time, get set, bang, home run, bang, home run. Now it's like, pitch, and it can throw your swing out. And I think a lot of these guys mentally will feel, gee, that's going to mess me up. I'm not going to be part of it.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Cal Raleigh, he was pretty good with the timing of things and also slowing it down. We talked about this, Randall, off air. His brother was the catcher. His dad was the pitcher. And his brother was just calming him down there, telling him, have a break. And then, but you also saying, Randall, his interview afterwards, he pumped him up a bit as well.
Yeah, that's sort of what I heard him say. That he said, he sort of hyped me up a little bit. He was getting hyped and saying stuff in my ear, and it got me hyped. And then I seemed to get on a bit of a roll, and he'd hit a couple in a row. So I guess it swings both ways. It can slow him down and control him and calm him down, and then also work the other way when he needs to step it up and amp up a little bit. He did.
Yeah.
Hence he's the winner.
Yeah. Oh, it was a quality final. I mean, Junior Caminero only hit 8 in the semi-final, or 8 or 9 to get through in the semi-final. Got beat 18-15 in the final. For those that haven't seen it, I'm sorry for giving that score away, but
Too bad.
it was a great final. I really enjoyed watching the final. The rest of it was a bit,
The stupidity of it, like I actually put a bet on Rooker on Sportsbet, and to lose a home run derby by an inch or something, it's like, come on, that's really. It's like, what are they getting to with it?
Yeah,
what did you guys think of the new rules where it was, just everybody round one is just everybody hits. You're not in a bracket, and just whoever the top 4 are, move on.
I didn't mind that.
That's the way it used to be. I like that.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. I thought that was
you all start
good.
out even. Yeah. Yep. You all start out even. Whoever has the most or the least amount of home runs, you're out.
Yeah, I agree.
How did they get the order to start with, though, Randall? Was the most home runs in the season go last? Because Raleigh was last, wasn't he? Or was it Olsen last?
Olsen was last.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know how they got that order.
Don't know whether they draw it out of a hat or what, or it's a draw.
Because obviously the further you hit down the order, you get to see, what guys are doing and get a bit more of a break and all the things. So I don't know. I didn't mind it.
I suppose at the end of the day, you just have to go out there and hit as many as you can in round one.
Yeah.
I like it. I think the last few years as well, there's been a couple of times where guys have gone out and hit 27 and 26 in the first round, and only one of them goes through, and then you look at other brackets and it's like 6-5 or 12 and 3, and it's like, those guys don't deserve to go through. It should be those guys that have hit 25.
Yeah, I agree.
So I like the new bracketing.
It was also a good field to do it too. It was a rather neutral field. Didn't favour righties or lefties like the other year when Josh Donaldson went off at Yankee Stadium. It's like pop-ups at home runs there. So I felt it was a good season, like fair. It's a fair field for righties and lefties.
Yeah.
You into the chop house, mate?
Over the chop house.
Yeah, there was a few over, but there was a few into the chop house as well. I enjoyed that.
The kid stealing a home run.
Yeah.
They counted it.
Yeah. How good was that? They ended up giving it to him.
That's a great grab by that kid.
Yeah. It was a great grab. It was quality.
They'll blow it up too.
Who was blowing up, the commentators or
Caminero and Vladdy?
Oh, well, you get that. Yeah, great catch. Unlucky.
Who cares? They still counted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they counted it. But, well, moving forward, who wins the All-Star game?
American League.
I think the National League's going to win 7-1.
With all the pullouts and all the changes, is it really a full All-Star game?
Yeah. No, it's not. But 7-1.
I know we're old school. Like you look at the lineups that used to be in there, and it's like the crazy numbers guys used to have. I know some was a bit of a steroid era, but still, when you've got guys, nearly every All-Star was hitting over 300.
Yeah.
With RBIs or bombs or something. Do we have any 300 hitters this year?
Yeah, there's Judge is still over 300, isn't he?
Probably.
He'd be about it. He's 360 still, so he's still leading.
2 or 3. Excuse me. Yeah. I don't know. I'll flick it on and watch a bit of it tomorrow at work. It is tomorrow, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll watch it. I'll definitely still watch it. I always enjoy it.
Yeah. Always a bit of hype around it. Coming back into the MLB after the All-Star game is over. Let's have a look at some standings. I haven't looked at these for a little while with you blokes. Toronto Blue Jays are up there 2 games clear of the Yankees and 3 games clear of your Boston Red Sox, Davo. Red Sox on a bit of a tear, mate. Coming into the All-Star game. What's changed for them?
I'm not going to say too much. I'll put the mocker on them. But I think they got rid of Devers. They're playing well as a team. So I don't know whether it was the influence of Devers there and the distraction for the team. Like Rafaela should have been an all-star. How he wasn't is beyond us. We've hitting near 300 bombs, defense, but all they're starting to tick together. Yoshida's back off. He's been on the IL all year, so there's a bit of a crowded outfield there, but pitchers are doing well.
Yep.
As I said, it's a shame the All-Star game's hit. Might stop their momentum.
Yeah. Hopefully not, mate. They've played good baseball, and while we're still in the AL East, I didn't even notice the Baltimore Orioles were there, Randall. 11 and a half games back.
They still
What's
suck.
going on?
Too many injuries, mate. That's the main thing. No pitching. Everyone's hurt. So we've just got back a few people, like in the last month or so. Gunnar Henderson's come back. Jordan Westberg's come back. Colton Cowser's come back. Yeah, mate, pitching is killing. I think Adley Rutschman's still out, along with Gary Sanchez. So you're starting and backup catcher. I think they got about a 4th or 5th string catcher. More. Yeah, 2.
Don't think
they've still got the number 1 catcher in
trade deadline, Randall?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. What's the point now?
So. Being 11 and a half back, but
no.
AL Central, the Tigers, Minnesota Twins are 11 and a half back. The Tigers are just dominating, aren't they? 59 and 38. Twins, Royals, Guardians are all 11 and a half to 12 games back. AL West, Houston Astros, 5 games clear of Seattle Mariners, the Rangers, Angels, Athletics, 16 back. And while we move over to the NL East, the Phillies are half a game clear of the Mets, the Marlins 10 and a half back, Braves 12 and a half back, and Nats are gone. In the Central,
Braves are disappointing there, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are disappointing.
Like behind the Marlins, like that's saying something. Do the Braves trade Acuna? Do they become sellers?
Oh, I wouldn't think so.
It'd be a big call. You wouldn't think so.
But why not? Why not? Throw your hat in the ring. Like, what do they need? Bit of everything at the moment, don't they? They're not real flash.
Injuries have hurt them as well at the moment too, though.
Yeah.
Like Acuna's pulled out of. He's out for tomorrow, isn't he? He's out injured.
Think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to be safe.
That's why Olsen was in the home run derby today, because it was meant to be Acuna Jr., I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was there with him. So, well, Chicago Cubs, 1 game clear of the Brewers. I like the Brewers. I think they're my smoky for the rest of the year. The Cardinals, 6.5 back. Reds, 7.5. Pirates, 18.5 back. The Dodgers, 5.5 games clear of the Padres. 6 games clear of the Giants. The D-backs, 11 back. And the Rockies, well and truly gone.
Diamondbacks are a bit disappointing as well, aren't they?
Who was that, mate?
Diamondbacks.
D-backs.
Yeah.
They haven't.
Absolutely.
Their side hasn't changed much in the last 2 years, and they were real they were contenders 2 years ago.
They were in the big dance, yeah. I mean, at the start of the year, and a quarter of the way through the season, they were up there in that mix in the NL West. So, I don't know. I think there's plenty of baseball left in that bracket there. The Padres and the Giants sort of 5.5 and 6 games back of the Dodgers, and I don't think they've both. So see what happens.
That
Plenty good
AL
baseball to
East, I
come
think,
anyway
will be-
over the. Sorry, Novo, go on.
Yeah, I think the NL West and the AL East are the two good battles, and the NL Central, I suppose.
Yeah.
I read a funny stat with Pittsburgh losing their last game before the break. They're now a sub 500 club in history. They were like at 10,850 wins and losses. The loss has now taken them to a sub 500 club in history.
Wow.
All Pirates fans. They haven't had much to cheer about for a while.
Even when Skeens dominates, they still don't get the wins. Like, you can throw 6 shutout innings and they still lose 5-1 or 5-0 because they can't score a run. Pretty bad.
There was some crazy stat and image going around there for a while about that. It was I'm sure I took a photo of it actually, but it was something like Paul Skeens has had like a 1 ERA or something like that, and however many starts, and they haven't won.
And no wins to show for it.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Like old man Verlander. Verlander's like
he hasn't had a win.
Got a win yet.
Yeah.
And he's been pitching all right. So it's like his ERA is not bad, but to be winless by the All-Star break. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen one of he only needs 20 wins to be I can't even remember what it was, 20 more wins for something or other, and they were hoping he would get half of them this year and then half of them next season. Well, not happening this year.
Yeah. I know the Red Sox were a bit like that with Crochet for a while, where they just couldn't give him offense. He was pitching so well. He's got an ERA around 2 and still doesn't have the wins. They just couldn't get the offense going for him. Where last game he threw a complete game shutout and they won 1-0. So it's like he took it up. So, all right, I'm going the whole distance.
Yeah.
The only way I'm getting a win.
Score me a run. Yeah, all right. Well, let's leave baseball there. On to some cricket. What about that overnight, fellas? That was unbelievable. West Indies bowled out for 27. Pretty impressive stats by a few of the bowlers, actually all of them. And none better than Mitch Starc, mate. 15 balls to get his fifer. Pretty impressive. 6 for 9, was it? He ended up with? I think it was 6 for 9.
In his 100th test. Like, you think it's not just a rookie, young, fast bowler coming in and charging. It was, 100th test, 400 test wickets. How's poor old Scotty Boland? Takes a hat-trick, doesn't even get the game ball because Stark's there taking 400th.
Yeah.
Poor bastard.
Insane,
it's funny. Well, because what was Scotty Boland?
Got the hat-trick and, his name is down the bottom of that. I don't know why we can't see it.
But what was his bowling stats? Like 3 for 2 or something like that? Off 6 overs or something like that?
Yeah.
And he hits his spots. It's like, I remember Brad Haddon was talking in commentary. It's like, how is he so hard to hit? It's like, because you get no reprieve. From ball 1, he's making you play. And I was up, so I saw the hat-trick. And just unplayable balls. It's sort of like no wonder they all fell. And the poor bloke, he's a modern Stuart McGill, that it's just the wrong time for him.
Yeah. Can't get a run.
Who do you push out?
That's it. Oh,
we're only talking.
We talked about this last summer, didn't we? Go on, Randall. What were you saying? Sorry.
I'm just talking about this on the weekend with Josh, actually, and we're having a chat about, is it our batting? Is it just our batting's rubbish, or is it their batting's rubbish, or is it just a bit of both, or we both got good bowling? And this general consensus was it seems like they've juiced the pitch a bit, like trying to bring their pace bowlers into it. But only problem is it's brought ours into it as well when we have a stronger bowling attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did bowl well. The Windies did bowl well. You have to give them credit that they did bowl well. The pitch, there wasn't a whole lot in it. There wasn't many demons in any of the 3 pitches that they've played on. I think it just has been for the bowlers, and we've just done better. We've been able to actually get some runs thanks to our middle order, which has saved our bacon.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hopefully we see plenty more batting from the Aussies coming into summer, but it was a good series for the Aussies. Clean sweep.
Even the other test, India-England, was a great one. It's a good time to be a cricket fan at the moment. I watched the England-India test before going to bed, and then got up and watched Australia-West Indies. Like, the India put up a great fight. Like, when they needed 81 runs with only 2 wickets in hand, I thought, Poms have got this easy. But they put up a fight, got down to 22 runs, and then just played that defense, rolled around, just clipped the stump, and the bail just fell off. I reckon if it was a day-night test, that zinger bail would still be on. But there was some spite in that game too, which was good to see. So it's been a pretty good series as well. Like, not a fan of either team, but it's been good cricket and some spite in it. So
I only watched the highlights. I didn't watch too much of the actual game, but just the highlights, and I enjoyed it. I'm going to be who we got out in summer this year? The Poms and who else? Or is that it?
Should be it. 5 tests.
Yeah, it's a 5 or 6 test series. So I think we go to South Africa, I think, as well. So there's a few others around.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's New Zealand for the one-dayers.
Yeah.
The draw sort of did come out.
Yeah. We'll get to it over the summer. What about old Shane Van Gisbergen, fellas? He wins again on another street circuit. Makes it, that's his 4th NASCAR Cup win in 3 this year, and he's gone back-to-back from Chicago and then wherever this one was over the weekend. I caught the arse end of it again. Been sort of getting up and seeing the last little bit, and he absolutely destroyed him again. Just impressive. They, I don't know if you've seen the quote. Someone might have been his own team. Said he's like, what did they say? The Michael Jordan of NASCAR racing. I was like, oh, that's a big call. He's won 3 races this year, and none of them have been on an oval. They've all been on track circuits. But yeah, I tell you what, if there was a track circuit specialist, it's definitely him.
And he's admitted that. Like, someone asked him, said, why are you so good on track circuits? And he's said, that's my background. That's what I grew up on. That's what all he's ever known. He said, you put me on an oval track, you've seen the results. That I have to learn. Where NASCAR drivers, they're used to the ovals, they have to learn the street circuits.
Yeah.
And he admits it. And it's pretty basic, isn't it? It's like for everyone to come out and say, yes, he is good, but that's his background.
Yeah. He's been unreal at it too. Just the way he drives the car, it's like driving the V8 supercars, and not dirty like the rest of them. There was, I think, a chance in the Xfinity series for him to overtake, and he didn't. The only way he said was to sort of tap his tail, and he's tapped his tail and let him hold his position rather than overtaking. And they give him a bit of criticism about that. And he's like, I'm not going to take the win like that. I'm going to take it fairly. If I can't take it fair, give the position back. Like the V8s over here, I guess. But got a bit criticised by that. But, yeah, as for track racing, he's absolutely killing it. We had a few Aussies go over as well. Will Brown went over, I think it was. Who was the other one? I can't remember who the other one was. But they crashed out. That was in Chicago last weekend. But great to see him doing well. And going to be in that final series as well. So that'll be good to watch. V8s were on the weekend too, fellas. Not going to go too much into that. Brock Feeney, I think, destroyed the field again. He's running clear well out in front. I do have the point score here somewhere, but Brock Feeney out in front, and that's all we need to know. Everyone else is way down, a little bit like Max Verstappen the last few years in Formula One, but not anymore. Not anymore. Randall, tell us about your invitational. What was it? And I know you've won.
Yeah, so last week was a little trip to Redcliffe for the Little League, the inaugural Little League Invitational. So designed around for those teams and charters / associations that don't really get the opportunity to feature in a nationals tournament. So obviously for us, the Hunter Coast, we normally go away to State Cup, and we find it pretty challenging to go up against your Sydney teams like your Hills, your Cronullars, and Manleys, and these sort of clubs that regularly are fighting out to go and play at the national tournament. So we travelled up there and we took on a couple of teams from Victoria, a team from South Australia, and a few teams from WA. Week-long tournament, and we had an absolute blast. Three coaches, 2 EOs, a scorer. They were all needed to wrangle 12/13-year-old or 12-year-old boys. They all had a great time. They all learnt the beauties of going away in a team together and having kangaroo court, fine systems, all that sort of stuff. So there was some good punishments getting around, with kids getting around in fluoro pink wigs and tutus and green wigs and tutus, which was great.
Beautiful.
It was just an awesome little bonding session for these kids. We've trained them pretty hard, to be honest, compared to what they'd be used to over the last couple of months, and we actually saw the rewards. Like we turned up day one, had a double header, come out and close win in the first game. We were unfortunate in the next game and we lost, but that was it for the tournament. We won every game after it. But I don't know, there's a few things, maybe we had a whole game break and warmed up, and then the game got delayed because another game wasn't finished. So we stopped warming up and then started warming up again. Then we got another delay and finally got a game in. They were all a bit flat. We talked to them about that, and from there on, they weren't flat again. So some really, really good baseball, to be honest. We had Matty Island's young bloke, who's one of the other assistant coaches, Jed. He threw a 3-pitch inning to start a game for us on day one. So, I know you guys have been around baseball, a long time as well. I have never seen it. Have you guys ever seen it before? Besides you doing it, Hudson?
No, I haven't. I've seen it once. That was it. I haven't seen it any other time.
Yeah. No. Four's been about it for us.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, to have kids at that age that throw obviously 3 strikes in a row, you've had hitters hit 3 pitches in a row, and you've had fielders field 3 balls in a row and make outs is pretty impressive.
At Little League, and this isn't the proper nationals going for a spot in the Little League World Series either. This is theoretically a development tournament for those clubs that can't compete in that major nationals tournament. So it's not too shabby at all. We fast tracked down to our second last game, must-win game for us. We were 3-1. We had to go 4-1, and we had to keep the opposition to what we knew to less than 4 runs for us to lock up a finals place. And we had young George Azzopardi, plays for Toronto and also Rebels, rolls out, throws 5.1 innings for 86 pitches for no runs. Like that. To make it even better, the opposition pitcher threw 5.1 innings for 87 pitches or 86 pitches. There was a 1 pitch difference. So for 0 runs as well. So it was pretty cool game of baseball. You play 6 innings in these games or 2 hours. We ended up going 8 innings in under 2, or right on 2 hours. Basically, we went 8 innings. So it was pretty red hot. I think rolling into those last 2 games, must-win game, and then the final, we had our 4 best pitchers still up our sleeve. Just the way the pitching was managed at the front end of the tournament, where a lot of other teams were rolling out their kids and going, oh, we're just going to keep them to 20 pitches so they can pitch again tomorrow, or they can pitch again this afternoon. We just went, no, we're going to go out there and we're going to have 2 starters for today. We're just going to go with the flow and see what happens. If we're in the game, you bring on the next kid to keep you in a game, or if it's a blowout, you can bring on a fireman. So that served us well. And we got to the final, and young Jed again come out, and he had a 5-pitch first inning this time around, so he couldn't quite get his 3-pitch inning again. But we're playing the same team, and he ended up pitching a complete game for a 3-2 win in the final.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it was just the bottom of the 6th. The other team come out, got their leadoff hitter on, and then we had 3 ground balls in a row hit to second baseman. And without even having to tell our kids what they needed to do, every time they got the out at second for the first 2 batters to stop that runner from getting into scoring position. And then last time it didn't matter. We had 2 outs. So all the work we had done drilling them really, really paid off. A couple of times runner on second, a ball hit into the outfield, and we held the runner at third with a good throw and hitting a cutoff. So just little things like that are massive for us, that these kids are learning what needs to happen, and they can see in a 1-run game what that actually does mean.
Absolutely.
So,
a few things I really enjoyed about it, mate. Baseball Australia promoted it quite well on their socials page and gave a good variety of social media access to all of the teams and all of the kids. We knew one of your players was 10 for 10 at one stage. Was it Cade? Was that his name?
Young Cade Coleman. So he was 10 for 10 at one stage with a bomb. I think he'd had a couple of doubles and maybe 1 or 2 triples, or maybe it was 1 triple. Like, he was just crushing the ball. He felt the pressure coming into the final and the second last game, where everything had been about him all week. There'd been so much media hype, and that's what it was. It was people. We had people like the photographers trying to come into the dugout. Like, he hit the home run in a close game. We're only up by 1 or 2 runs. Actually, I think that might have put us up by 3 runs. Anyway, it's halfway through an inning, and then the photographer's trying to come into the dugout to take photos of him, and we're like, "Are you serious or what? Like, we're still playing a game. Can you finish the game?" So that's how keen they were to try and get this stuff up on social media. So he copped that a lot all week. And we got to the final, and he did say that you could just see how tense and uptight he was, and he just said, "Oh, I just feel like they want me to come. Everyone's expecting me to come up to the plate and do something." And that's part of learning and as a kid and developing and trying to learn how to control your emotions. And as we know, like, that's what can make the difference between an average player and a great player, when they can control those emotions and they can harness that nervous energy or that, whatever it is, to come up clutch with a hit or do whatever they need to do. So it's great for him to get that learning experience. And I would say he's going to come out a much better player now, thanks to that.
Good on him, mate. And It was also Baseball Plus app as well, covered some of the games, which was fantastic. I think they covered the main diamond all week. Great to see. Great to see all the youngsters sort of getting showcased on Baseball Plus, and they can go home and watch that now and watch it back and show their friends and all that sort of thing. So I think that is pretty cool.
I don't know whether you guys saw many games or not, but in the 0-0 game after 6 innings, we there was a real clanger. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but runners on first and second with, I think, is there one or none out. Bottom 6, 0-0 game. We were sort of like, we have to hold them out here. Ground ball hit to the left of the shortstop. He's turned, taken maybe one step, and him and the runner have just destroyed each other. So the kid that's running has just taken off. Shortstop's turn to pick the ball up, and they've just flattened each other. Anyway, we're obviously, obstruction, interference, blah, 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 blah. All this stuff's getting thrown around straight away. And the umpire's just standing there pointing at the kids, but not saying anything, not doing anything, just letting play continue. Anyway, the shortstop gets up, which was actually Cade, gets himself up, picks up the ball and looks around, and by then all the runners are safe. And, Josh comes barging out the door, out the gate, pretty much kicks the gate off the hinges to get out of the dugout, to charge out to the umpire. And the umpire's got their hand up saying, "Stop. It's okay. I've got this. I've got it. It's all good. No problem." So you come back to the dugout. The umpire went out and says, "I have interference. Runner, you score." And all of a sudden it just erupted. As you could imagine, we were like, "You are kidding me. The runner's out. He ran straight into the fielder who's trying to pick the ball up. He's at second base. How can you be sending him home?" And it's like, I don't know. We don't know what's going on here. So they all conferred. All the umpires got together, conferred. They chatted away for a minute or two. Then they all departed again and said, "Call on the field stands. The runner, you score." So there was some very, very choice language that came from Matty. He went to come charging out, and by then we sort of thinking, what's going on here? We can't lose like this. This is horrible. Like, it's been a great game on a decision like that. The tournament director happened to be standing next to the scorer, along with the umpire's director. So the umpire director was happy, as we all know, happy, and they're there calling the umpires over. So we're telling the kids stay on the field. They're gonna fix this. And they actually intervened and said, "Guys, you've got this way wrong. This is way wrong." So we were like, "Fix this up real quick, because this is a bad call."
Yeah.
And this is on Baseball Plus being live streamed to the world, guys. Like, you can't get this wrong. Yeah. So they actually did fix it, and they said, "No, okay, runners out, dead ball, whatever. Runners go to, the runner makes it to first, runner goes to second, but the runner running to third, you're out." We then ended up getting I think we struck out the next guy and then got a ground ball to get out of the inning. And then we come out, next lot of extras, scored 2 runs, thought we're done. Then they scored 2 runs. So we went out for our second inning of extras. We scored 2, and then I think we gave up 1. And we got in like right on the 2-hour mark. So it could have been the end of our tournament, but thank our lucky stars that the tournament director and umpires director were both there watching, and they were like, this isn't the right decision, and they actually intervened. So
good to hear, mate. I know
they were great though. Other than that, umpires were great all week. They were, really, really good. So good with all the kids. Massive thanks to all those people, because without them, we don't get these sort of tournaments, and it was a great tournament.
And it's the same for, your EOs and your scorers and your coaches, mate. It's a week away from families, and some of you, had your families up there and that, but massive week, and big hats off to you all. And especially Newcastle baseball, make it all happen as well. I know the brains trust with Elaine setting everything up, and I still think that you guys have got a bit of fundraising to come as well, still for it and stuff like that. So
Yeah, mate, we do. You know, it's massive. You know, people probably do or don't know. I don't know, but it cost us 37 grand to go away with the team for that week, and that's basically families to pay themselves. You know, it's a big thing from Baseball Australia. The one thing that seems to be getting missed around the place is that people seem to think this was travel ball and things like that. It wasn't travel ball. You know, travel ball's our Ausball stuff and our Down Under Travelers. This was a proper Baseball Australia Little League endorsed tournament. You know, so it was in the same time that this was on, we were playing with the Little League Girls Nationals tournament. So, you know, they were playing at the same time as well. So, yeah, it was an endorsed Baseball Australia event.
yeah,
But yeah, it costs a lot of money. Everybody had to pay the same. But we do have more fundraisers coming up. We've got a Bunnings Barbie on the weekend. But we've got a raffle, an online raffle coming up. So keep your eyes out on the socials for that. I'm sure it'll be shared through this channel as well. We've got heaps of prizes. There's Bruce Bolts. There's a smoker. There's an Adley Rutschman signed jersey.
never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Yeah. There's heaps of stuff in this raffle. So yes,
Awesome.
you know, lots of good stuff. We got to go and see the Dolphins. We got to go to their captain's run. And they came and met all the kids and had a chat to all the kids about being athletes as well and things that, you know, they should work on and things they should be doing as kids and if they want to go further. They also made a lot of fun of our kids that were wearing their wigs and tutus. And also being the Thursday, they made a lot of fun of those kids that were wearing Blues jerseys as well.
I seen that photo.
So yeah, it was good. It's a good little event. Hats off to people that organised it because it was a cracker.
Massive one for these kids to look back on.
It's probably a lucky age that they were still only the 12 and 11-year-old, especially being the boys' invitational little league and also the girls' little league playing at the same time. We did go down to the local lagoon at Redcliffe there, and you know, obviously the boys were all there at the same time as all the girls' teams were there, and yeah, they were still at that age where they didn't want anything to do with each other. So I'm pretty thankful for that as well.
A few more years, mate. A few more years. Yeah. All right. Fellas, let's leave it there for tonight. Anything else sports-wise you want to talk about before we head off? Now, let's leave it there, and we'll catch you all again sometime in the near future. I'm not going to say next week because I have no idea what's on next week. So, all right. Thanks
It'll be a Tuesday.